Hey.
We are back live. We're just going to go over a couple things real quick. This is, I think we had a great interview. We have great interviews. I think it's fun to talk about what people are up to and other podcasters. So if you are a podcaster and you guys want to talk, I mean,
we're here.
Dude, the only podcasters we haven't had up on this show from our network is the Left Hash guys. Like, we need to get the Left Hash guys up on this show.
Well, as of late with COVID, it's only been one. So I've been having to fill in and follow sports to make
what's his name?
go.
JJ?
JJ.
So, JJ is our main guy. That's his show. What are the other two guys? Why aren't they coming in?
Well, the other one of them, he's afraid of the COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the shorter guy or the bigger guy?
The shorter guy.
Are you trying to
Well,
say he's a
he's
bitch?
short and big.
Are you trying to say he's a little bitch? Is that what you're...
I mean,
No, the
you
guy
know,
that wears the
somebody-
glasses.
Shit. He's a little
Oh,
bitch.
the guy. No, he quit before we even moved up here.
Oh, he's a big bitch.
Why did
that
he quit?
He just, I mean, he would come in from Dripping Springs.
Oh, okay. So it's just a far drive in general. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm definitely not coming up to fucking
Yeah.
new studio.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
Yeah, I'm 40 miles from the studio, so
I'm 40 miles from the Kalo Studios.
we both make our sacrifice.
Yep.
But mine, I have him come down in the middle of the
mine's
day.
on a Sunday, and his is midweek. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Speaking of which, fucking rewatch party. It's a good fucking podcast.
Crazy shit going on.
I'm not
No,
trying to
not
spill any
crazy.
beans or whatever, but the rewatch party's numbers, they're looking pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Giving us a run for our money.
Well, our show sucks. At least that show's funny. And you know, I gotta say, I'm pretty hilarious.
Oh,
on
are you
that
really?
show. Oh, come on, Doc.
You think so?
Come on.
Have you ever listened to it?
I've got a couple episodes.
This last one's pretty funny.
Okay.
That's okay. It's not that great. I think the ones that are funnier that where I have like drops. Big Trouble in Little China was funny.
That was a good one.
Big
That's
Lebowski
actually
was good.
That's still sticking around as like one of the highest downloaded ones in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, good. Well, very good. Well, let's get into some stories. Nobody's watching, so we're just gonna play these stories.
We can
and
be
talk
as
about
racist as we want to be.
Let's play the first story from the Daily Wire here. Rand Paul says folks should, or at least folks that have recovered from COVID, they should not wear masks and celebrate because they are immune to it now. This comes from the Daily Wire. Rand Paul, 11 million Americans are immune, quote unquote, after recovering from COVID. Scientific illiterates are denying it. So sort of, I guess, throwing the denier thing back at them, you know.
Yeah.
Let's go down and read some more. This is from Tim
Scientific
Pierce from the
illiterates.
Daily Wire, which, by the way, is not a left, it's a conservative outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Senator Rand Paul slammed critics as scientific illiterates after he drew heat for saying Americans who have recovered from COVID-19 should, quote, throw away their masks and celebrate. Paul appeared Thursday on Fox News and said that 11 million Americans who have recovered from COVID-19 are immune from the disease and should no longer abide by the heavy-handed government restrictions designed to limit. Can you scroll down a little bit? Decide to limit the spread of the coronavirus. Paul said that those Americans that have recovered are now immune and cannot pass on the disease. Can you type in, are you immune? If you've had COVID, are you immune to COVID? As far as I know, I think one person has gotten COVID twice, but they were like riddled with health issues already. Coronavirus. Okay, severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2. Coronavirus 2. I didn't know there was a 1. We're in the sequel, by the way. I didn't know that. Is a newly identified pathogen and is assumed that there is no existing human immunity to the virus. If anyone is assumed to be susceptible, although they may be risk factors that increase in an individual's illness severity.
Don't you remember when we had SARS the first time?
When did we have SARS the first time?
I don't know. Wasn't it like in the early 80s or something like that whenever SARS first hit?
The immune response, including duration of the immunity to SARS-CoV-2 infection, is not yet understood. So so far, okay. I guess can you ask Google if who's gotten COVID twice?
Has anybody gotten COVID? Yeah.
Can I get COVID twice? There's no evidence to suggest that people are immune to recover after recovering. There is currently no evidence to suggest that people are immune after recovering from the coronavirus. Even if the novel coronavirus infection imparted immunity, that immunity could be short-lived and last only a few weeks or months. But this would leave people vulnerable to reinfection later.
See, but even that is a theory because it could. They're not saying it does. They don't have any scientific facts to back that up.
Keep scrolling down. Let's see. Is there any? There's Science Mag. More people are getting COVID twice, suggesting immunity quickly in some. More people are getting COVID-19 twice, suggesting immunity wanes quickly in some. Oh, so they're saying in some. It's so funny that they'll post this kind of shit in some, but most aren't getting it.
Yeah.
Right. Again, right? Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, who am I, a fucking doctor? No.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
I don't fucking know.
They only promote one side. They don't promote the other.
Well, I think it's important to know that most people that have it they're not going to get it anytime soon.
Yeah. No, not really. And if they do, they probably won't be as affected as most people are.
And it'll be a mutation of it. It won't be the same one because they obviously beat it already. What is this you're showing us here? COVID deaths this year. What is this for? Scroll down.
Texas?
Harris County, Dallas. So Harris County's got the most deaths. They're up 9. Yeah, El Paso is up there. Tarrant County, that's Dallas area.
I was more just trying to search how many deaths from COVID this year versus, how many people die of
the flu,
heart attacks every year, or, shit like that.
Yeah, look.
Well, just do total and just go all states instead of Texas.
Yeah, well, look, out of 1.13 million, only a few thousand have gotten or died or whatever, 2,000.
No, just click on Texas and okay, there you go. All regions.
Yeah, 250,000.
Yeah,
250,000 deaths.
Weren't they saying like 2 million in the beginning?
But
Yeah,
hang
their
on.
models
And
were-
here's my thing. Like, everybody's all upset. Oh, we just hit 250,000. Hang on. Let me number of deaths from smoking. But nobody bats an eye at that. That's every year.
Yeah.
Nobody bats an eye at that.
Yeah, that's
nobody
double.
is upset about that.
And I wonder how many, and this is speculation. Speculation!
That's a pandemic.
Well, yes, it's not a pandemic because people are doing it to themselves, but actually, look, it says 41,000 are resulting from secondhand smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Which
So even more.
John also says that's bullshit, and I'm inclined to believe him because
Because he has a mustache.
He's got a great mustache.
beautiful mustache. What do we have here? Who's Atlas? He's saying, I'm here, let's
Guy
rock.
watching.
I don't think you can get immunity, but I do believe that your immune system can develop a resistance to the virus like the flu.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing, you can get the flu more than once.
Yeah.
So,
but your body gets immune to it.
okay, Atlas, my man. Whoever
Do you know
Atlas is,
when
that's
the
great.
last time I took a flu shot was?
The answer to 1984, 1776.
Damn right it is. You damn right it is.
What are you asking?
He already answered it.
Oh, okay. Take it easy.
1776. I don't know what the question was, but I know the answer is 1776.
You know, I don't know if people are immune to it. I basically you're saying 4,800 deaths per year in the United States. I mean, tuberculosis. Okay, look up total death of COVID worldwide, and then look up tuberculosis last year, worldwide as well. COVID death worldwide. Cases recovered. Where's deaths? Move it up.
What?
1.34 million deaths.
That's it?
Well, that's it. That's a lot of fucking people, dog.
Not from what they were projecting. That should have been in America by itself from what they were projecting.
So 1.3 million. Well, look at this. 10 million
cases.
and 1.5 million TB deaths. So there you go. And it's actually down from 2017.
Yeah.
So as many people died of tuberculosis as.
And when was the last time we spoke about tuberculosis?
Well, you're supposed to get a tuberculosis shot before you start entering school, so you're supposed to have the vaccine for it. But here's the thing: the vaccine's already out, and still 1.5 million people are dying from it. What's to say that this new Pfizer, I forget who's putting out
Pfizer,
the new virus, antivirus or a vaccine. I heard Dolly Parton donated $1 million to the vaccine research, and people are saying vaccine, vaccine,
nice.
vaccine, vaccine.
You know what? We're gonna cancel her. We gotta cancel her now on this show.
Don't you die just because you can. Vaccine.
Hey.
Vaccine.
I'm with you on that one, Atlas.
Atlas is saying Alex Jones is the greatest of all time.
I'm
David.
telling you, man.
Hey, I can't deny his power.
We got some true patriots out there. Do you see what?
I can't deny his
doing
power,
right now?
But he's a little hyperbolic.
Do you see what he's doing right now? With
you see what happens, Larry?
With the Stop the Steal and everything, the caravans are going all the way to the Capitol and other places trying to stop the steal.
Do you think that
StopTheSteal.com?
I think it's time to ask you. Do you think that after all the dust is settled with the lawsuits, that Donald Trump lost the presidency? Or are you still holding hope?
Do I think he lost it legally or illegally?
Legally.
I feel like legally he won.
How?
He got more votes.
No, actually, Joe Biden got 5 million more votes.
Illegally, yes.
Well, what's your proof of illegally?
Do you see all the cases going on, all the lawsuits going on, all the people that are like up in arms about saying like, do you see
possible fraud does not mean actual fraud?
Not possible.
And what I need to see is evidence before I side with you on this.
There's like a UFC fighter or some sort of fighter who is coming out and speaking about how he has had voter fraud, how he is voting in another state, and that's not even him. And there's more people coming out about that.
I'm not going to deny that we've seen evidence of voter fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear that? Was that just me that heard that?
No, I heard that.
It was like a...
Yeah.
Anyways, maybe it was just us.
That's the government, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That's the government,
I was actually
bro.
going to say something, but don't worry about it. I think I should stop. What was I getting at again? I got all sidetracked. It doesn't matter.
We're talking about the election. You got to stop the steal, stopthesteal.com, ban.video.com, election2020.com.
What I wanted to bring
Alex
up
Jones.
is that okay, listen. I've always been let's see the evidence guy, and Ben Shapiro said like he said it great today, and like he said what I was thinking. So it's not me stealing it from him because I was already thinking this. But he was saying I've been very consistent on a lot of things about when we see. Like a black man dying by the hands of a cop. We look at the evidence. Show me the evidence. Where's the evidence? This cop did this because he's racist? Please show me the evidence of him being a racist. Please show me the evidence that there's voter fraud. Now, I get we've seen these examples of local things. Now, we can't say for sure Jennifer Fleck had exposed actual voter fraud. All we know is that there was this woman who was obstructing poll watchers for and using the guise of COVID. And from what I understand, she was using that little box viewer area before COVID. From reports from KXAN and Mr.
Well, and
Barr
I think
KXAN.
when you look at everything that's going on, there's so many voting irregularities. That's why, like, I don't think it's voter fraud.
Well, that's why I think people are confused.
Yes,
so they're
exactly.
hearing Donald Trump saying there's voter fraud, so they're focusing on saying there's no widespread voter fraud.
Exactly.
There's no evidence of voter fraud. But instead, all these lawsuits are citing voter irregularities, like ballots coming in after the postmark date.
Yep.
Like, we must understand people on top, people, the politicians that make the rules, changed the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
They allowed very much a lot of mail-in ballots. That, every
they
vote
allowed
is
different
susceptible
rules for different states and different cities.
Which, I mean, I'm all for state rights, but what I'm saying is that they I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
No, all I'm saying is there's a lot of voting irregularities that are going on. There's a lot of things that we can see. So when people say, well, show me the evidence, it's out there, but do you want to believe it? Now, I'm not saying that.
But where is the evidence? Because all we saw was Dubois was obstructing poll watchers. Now we don't have any evidence because they're smart enough to
exactly
hide their tracks. They're smart enough to pay off people.
Well, not just that. They're smart enough to hide it in a way that we won't understand it. Right? Like they'll be like, "Oh, well, yeah, like." What do you mean? We just did this and that.
And how do you prove something like that? By the way, like he was saying, you got to break the law. It's reckless to break the law to show someone breaking the law.
Yeah.
But like, how else do you show something like that if they're so good? And like, yes, it sounds like we think about Occam's razor. The simplest answer is probably the right answer.
Yeah.
Right? If this woman is conducting voter fraud, she probably knows how to get around this and. So she pays off the right people. But, the thing is, you can't say this pays off people because, you know how flat earthers would say, oh, yeah, NASA's full of fucking shills?
Yeah.
It takes one fucking person to bring down this whole fucking thing
Yep.
if they've got the right evidence. But even if they didn't have the right evidence, let's say someone was working. Let's say Jennifer Fleck was working for Betsy DeVos and decides to stop working for her and then try to expose what she's done.
Yeah.
But all that... She's got nothing. There's no evidence. So people are going to discredit her and say, oh, yeah, there's no evidence of widespread or even target. What I think what the Trump administration is trying to say is not widespread voter fraud because they don't need help in a lot of states.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the swing states that seem to have some irregularities.
Well, and even
while they're looking at them saying about fraud, the courts are looking at irregularities.
Well, and the thing that goes on is that people want to see like outright fraud. It's almost like what happened with Joe Biden and the Hunter laptop, right? They wanted to be like, well, Joe Biden's schedule never says that he was meeting with this corrupt.
Oh, fucking right.
Right? It's like, well, yeah, if they're corrupt, they're not gonna do it out front for you to be like,
put it
oh,
on their
there it is.
They're not going to write about it in their goddamn diary.
Yeah. Oh, today I did this corrupt thing.
Oh, today, dear diary.
Yep.
This is Donald Trump.
I'm meeting with the Russians.
Yeah, I totally colluded with Ukraine today.
And nobody will ever find out.
And all I do is grab pussies.
Yep. All I do is grab, yep.
Like all day long. I'm going around grabbing. Say, hey, how's it going? My Betsy DeVos.
Beating up
Here's
black,
your pussy.
Beating up black people because I hate them so much.
What's that smell? It's your pussy. And I grab it. Like, nobody evil writes in their diary about what they've done
and
evil.
so even when it comes
they don't
to,
leave paper
to
trails.
these voting irregularities, it's not going to be out in the open for you to be like, oh yeah, this is what it looks like. It's going to be hidden. It's going to be very meticulous. They know they're dumb, but they're not that dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when you look at it and you see everything they're bringing up, all the cases, there's arguments there. Now, I don't think this is the first election that's ever happened. I feel like this is the way it's always been. I think Trump, because he knows the system, he's like, I'm going to expose you motherfuckers because I know exactly what you're doing to cheat against me.
Right. And Tucker Carlson played on his show, read a list of people who are dead and voted for Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if he said that if they died after they mailed in their vote, but that's an interesting question. Somebody mailed in their vote, right? You're a healthy guy. You mailed in your vote, and then you died before the election.
Yeah, but how many people, though? Like, what's the percentage?
Yeah, it's not like there's a million people doing that, right?
Yeah.
So there was more than just a few people, but let's see. How many people died after voting? She died after voting early. Now her ballot won't count. Some states count ballot. Now, yeah, that's a question to ask.
But
this woman died after she cast her ballot. Now, should it count?
No. Look, and this is my argument, right? This is where I'm going with it. It's the same thing as abortion.
You guys have anything to say about that? Why don't you give us a call? Let me hear what you got to say.
It's the same fucking argument people do with abortion, right? Oh well. This girl had to get it because she got raped at the age of 12, and it's like, so you're bringing out like the fucking 0.10001%
right
of the argument and saying, well, because of this irregularity, because of this 0.00001% of a person that this would happen to, now we got to scrap everything aside.
Well, think about COVID. The 0.001 or 0.03% of people that are dying from it constitutes national lockdowns and mask mandates.
Yeah, but then again, I would say go back and see like, okay, how do we fix these things? like I would say you look at this and you look at this as a lesson. But that's where I also think to myself, well, this is exactly what the Democrats wanted. They're the ones that were pushing for mail-in voting.
Well, think about this. So we've talked on this show about Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Mayor Beetlejuice. Is she the mayor? She's the mayor of Chicago, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I thought she was
Lori
getting,
Lightfoot. You guys know
I
what
thought
we're
she was
talking
getting the.
Oh my God, is that Lori Lightfoot or did somebody say Beetlejuice 3 times? Lori Lightfoot. What is
she's
she?
hideous. Not because she's black.
you look-
just
scroll
because she's
down.
ugly.
No. Go back to the.
She looks
the
like
main
an
search.
evil woman.
She's the mayor, I think.
She
right?
looks like a female
or maybe
Don
she's
King.
the governor. Yeah, she's the mayor of Chicago.
She looks like if Don King was a female. Like if Don King was a female and never went to boxing.
Oh, geez, take it easy. Lori Lightfoot. She put that mandate that nobody can go to a fucking salon. Then the next day she's cut out a salon. Fucking Pelosi. Yeah, we got these lockdown things. Nobody should be going to the salons. Busted in a salon.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom from California. Just rolling out all these crazy fucking. Can you look up California COVID restrictions Thanksgiving? And there's this like crazy thing about not having more than 10 people. Like, oh yeah, or else what?
Yeah.
Or else what?
In my own home.
In my own home, my family,
my fucking property that I pay hundreds of, especially in California, the fucking property taxes.
Okay, let's see here. This is from Deadline. I don't know what the fuck this is. We're gonna skip that ad.
Deadline NBC.
Deadline at NBC. No. Let me read that headline. California coronavirus update. Governor Gavin Newsom denies controversial Thanksgiving guidelines were meant as such, but says holiday guidelines are coming soon.
What?
So, whoa, we hear that again. I read somewhere that some folks are asserting that we put guidelines for the holidays, said California governor. Do you know that Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California once?
I just love that it says, I read somewhere some folks asserting we put it's the people of California's idea.
First of all, it's folks with an X, not a KS, you fucking bigot.
It's like, oh, it's the people of California's idea.
Yeah,
they
let's read
wanted
those
me.
tweets. Let's read those tweets. What does it say? Rob Schneider. Oh, my homeboy, fellow Pinoy, Filipino. Dear Emperor Gavin Newsom. Oh my God, ads. These fucking ads. I told you need to be using Brave browser, dude. Dear Emperor at Gavin Newsom, during our allotted 3 family limit this Thanksgiving, if my aunt comes over, can I throw her a slice of turkey from the window? We promise not to sing. We can all just whisper. Please recall dipshit Gavin Newsom.
Damn.
This is what's gonna happen. You guys are gonna boot. Who's left California recently? Some prominent fucking celebrities.
Joe Rogan.
Yes.
For one.
Daily Wire.
Yeah.
All of them. Here, Megan
Joey
Kelly.
Diaz.
Well, Megan Kelly's a right winger, but it says California Governor Thanksgiving insanity must be held outside. Guests may use bathroom inside if it's sanitized. Mask on while not eating. Singing is strongly discouraged.
Wow. I wonder why.
Discouraged. Max 2 hours together. 6 feet mandated. Now, I don't know.
Why do you think
can
singing,
we find
why do you think singing
can we find these official guidelines?
Why do you think singing is not allowed?
Well, because when you sing and when you chant and when you
But
say
who do you think's doing the
when
singing?
you say USA, no KKK, no USA
but
at all.
No, in homes. Who do you think are doing the singings in homes? Christians.
No, everyone sings.
Who sings?
I don't know. Everybody.
Bro,
I sing. We sing Aladdin songs at home, man.
Yeah, but this is during the holiday. Who sings during the holidays?
All right. They sang Christmas songs, which are Christian.
But,
I guess I'll
but the more religious ones have more than 10 people coming in and doing the singing.
But if it's just say they're protesting.
Nah, dude, it's just like America and the world hates Christianity. I just wish that they would admit it. Like every law and everything they're doing is because they hate.
This is from California Department of Public Health. This is from the source.
Mandatory requirements. Let me read that again. The blue. Mandatory requirements for all gatherings. Attendance Gatherings that include more than 3 households are prohibited. Now, can we go down and see if there's any repercussions or else kind of thing? But you're going too fast. I can't read that.
Well, I mean, there's
Yeah.
7
Yeah,
different
see,
guidelines.
rules for
I'm
singing.
looking for penalties.
Okay, good. I want to see the penalties because I want to know exactly what is the penalty. Like, what's going to happen? Okay, you bring people over.
Doesn't have any listed.
I'll tell you what's going to happen because they don't want to tell you. They'll say, "Oh, these are the public health guidelines, and you're breaking the law."
Yeah, and then
law that nobody voted for.
exactly. And then what happens after this is done, and they say, you know what, we're gonna go from the holidays all the way until the new year. We'll let you know how it goes.
We'll just keep it going.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know what, we're gonna keep it like this because we've seen all these positive results. We're gonna keep it like this for the next year, see how it goes. Oh, you know what, we're gonna keep it like this for the next 10 years. That's all they're gonna.
The host
do.
should collect names of all attendees and contact information in case contact tracing is needed later. Keep the households that you interact with stable over time. By spending time with the same people, risk of transmission is reduced. Participating in multiple gatherings with different households or groups is strongly discouraged. Gather outdoors, it says. Can you go down a little bit? Let's see number 3. Of course, they want us to gather outdoors. 3. Don't attend gatherings if you feel sick. Yeah, no shit. Number 4. Practice physical distancing and hand hygiene at gatherings.
No
okay.
shit.
Yeah, no shit. Wear a face covering. Yeah, no shit. Go down. Keep it short, which I think should be a rule. I'm all about fucking
I think it should be as
showing up.
well.
Yeah, that should have been a rule.
2 hours or less. This is actually one of the good rules here, but I used this for the in-laws this,
do you remember that
this year.
Do you remember that Chappelle skit where he's like
if they go too long,
Yeah,
saying, their acceptance speech, they've got the
wrap it up,
wrap it up box. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. You go to your in-laws and you're like, listen, it was wonderful, real great food, great stuff.
COVID.
COVID 2 hours.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
got that
get
2 hour
We gotta
limit.
get out of here. Because, if I say another fucking hour, I may catch COVID
catch
from
it.
you guys. Rules for singing, chanting, or shouting at outdoor gatherings. Singing, chanting, shouting, and physical exertion significantly increases the risk of COVID-19 transmission because these activities increase the release of respiratory droplets. How is this not a fucking guideline for protesting? Now,
right, for real.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about the First Amendment and your right to protest, but we know what you're protesting about at this point.
Yeah.
Your BLMs, your anything. Let's criticize the anti-mask lockdown
Anything
protesters.
with the N-words.
Let's go ahead and criticize Trump's fucking rallies.
The gays.
Let's go ahead and criticize fucking
Fauci.
We don't want to criticize Fauci.
He's about to get fired, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't know if he's gonna get.
He's
fired.
gonna get fired.
Let's see what they don't do. They can't do anything. It would be unlawful for them to pull you from your house. It doesn't matter. They're not gonna pull you from your house. This is what they're gonna do, and this is why I keep saying, don't call the cops on your fucking neighbors unless you want them to go to jail.
Yep.
Because here's the thing: you call the cops on your neighbors, saying, "Oh, hey, I think my neighbors they've got like more than like 6 cars in their driveway."
Mm-hmm.
I think they're having a party and there's guidelines. The cops will come over there. They're not going to put you in jail. They're going to cite you.
Yep.
First, they're going to be like, hey, listen, what they always do when they're cool cops, assuming they're cool cops. Hey, we got a complaint. You got more. Just tell some of your friends to bail out,
Yeah.
They don't bail. They go, oh, yeah, sure, cop. No problem, pig. Fucking bail out. The cop goes because they can't do anything because, cops are not that much of dicks. They are dicks, but they're not that much. Fucking 10 minutes later, they're fucking still partying. Cops are called again from the same neighbors. They come
fucking
out.
taking those shots.
They're not going to fucking arrest anybody. They're going to cite you.
Yeah.
And then you have this ticket that says you didn't obstruct, that you didn't follow public health orders.
Mm-hmm.
You spread AIDS around or something, basically. And then that's it.
Then that's the way people make it
No,
seem.
it's not it. You fucking say, if you don't, you go, I'm not paying this fucking fee. I'm not paying this fee. What happens then?
Mm-hmm.
Becomes a warrant for your arrest.
Yep.
And then you get pulled over one day. You have this warrant for your arrest. You go to jail. And depending on the climate at the time that you get caught, you may or may not go to jail.
Yep. And then what happens? You go to jail. You can't get a job when you get out of jail, so you got to start selling drugs.
Hey, what are you in here for, man?
Which makes you beat the girl you're with, which puts you back into jail.
No,
and
you're
it leaves
sitting in
you
the
in
cell.
a cycle.
The guy goes, "Hey, what are you in here for? What are you in for?"
Drugs.
No, man. I had too many people at my fucking
Too
Thanksgiving
many
party.
Hey, did you guys know that Fauci was in charge? Like he was like one of the head guys when AIDS broke out.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
He's
I learned
big in
that
the
not too
AIDS
long
thing.
ago,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, for what he's done with AIDS, that's great. But AIDS wasn't as prevalent because it wasn't being spread like airborne. It was being
AIDS
spread
is
by,
a blood thing.
It was being spread by gay people fucking each other in the
In the
asshole.
butt, yeah, in the butthole.
I mean, mostly.
no lube.
Was it mostly?
It was a lot.
And then some crazy guys stabbing themselves with a needle. I used to hear these stories.
Bro,
where
yes.
Somebody stabbed themselves with a needle and then put it like on like a chair
Yep.
at the theater, and then with a note that says like, "You have AIDS now." That was like the fear thing that they would try to put on you.
bro. I remember
And
reading
or,
that
like
shit.
under the gas handle.
Yeah.
Gas
I
handle,
heard about that one too.
Playground monkey bars. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel like that's probably racist by now, right? Monkey bars? Are we not allowed to call them that
Well, I mean,
anymore?
unless you mean
Unless it's like predominantly black people
Yeah,
using them, I
unless you're
guess
calling
it's
them
not cool to
monkeys,
say.
but-
I don't know.
Well, speaking of which, let's
I mean,
get to our last
I feel
video.
Like monkeys
We need
deserve
to get out of
hang.
this. We need to finish this up, and I need to drive home 40 miles. But here's something that I
41
want
miles.
to watch. This we'll stop as we go along and comment. But let me just say, what exactly are white people superior at to you?
Man.
Are they superior at all?
I would say at some things.
Like what?
At times they speak better. They
Speak better.
They kind of articulated the English language in the not that they articulated it, but they're the ones who
But
have
white people in general are superior at that.
I would say they set the standard for it, and we follow it. Not saying that they're
Seeing it's their language, I would imagine that they speak it better.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. There's this. It's from Cut. I don't know who those was, but they asked 100 black people or people of color, what exactly are white people superior at? Which is, by the way, what exactly are white people superior at is a weird way of asking
Yeah,
what white people are superior at.
yeah.
What exactly are white people superior? It's just weird. It sounds weird rolling off the tongue.
Yeah.
But either way, let's watch this and get ready to pause in between, okay?
What exactly are white people superior at?
Oh, well, according to television, everything. A white man could fly. Even a white woman, she could be 4'1". She knew karate. She could take down 15 people.
Stop real quick. We asked 100 black folks with an X, by the way,
There you
in
go.
America to tell us what white people are superior at. And the first
So-
thing she says is that
this is
in
gonna
the
be
superhero
biased.
movies, as if she's never seen Black Panther
Yeah.
or Frozone or
The new fucking Spider-Man with that black guy, or
what are the other black
fucking
superheroes?
black
A-Train from The Boys.
or Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite? Is that a...
Dynamite.
You've got fucking Nick Fury. No.
Bro, you never seen Black Dynamite?
No.
Bro, Black
take
Dynamite,
it
bro.
easy. That's
It's
why
probably
let's
one
keep
of the
watching.
greatest kung fu movies out there.
Hey, that's why I don't watch those kind of movies. The only time I watch those movies is for the rewatch party.
no.
Airing
Trust me, you gotta watch Black
sometime
Dynamite.
Monday or Tuesday on our podcast network. That's right. Let's continue watching this here. Yeah, it's
What are
100
white
black.
people superior at?
Man.
Well, no shit, people would say that.
What are white people superior at?
Stop. Her arms look like trash bags.
Bro, why does she
Gross.
look like fucking, what's that, Jabba the Hutt? Is that not right? Right? Like, bro.
Oh my God, my Jedi mind trick.
Like that, like, bro, look at that. That's Rose.
All right, we're being mean.
Bro, that
but
looks like you can make some tortillas with that.
I
fucking
think it's okay to make fun of fat people, right? Because
she's fat.
like we can make fun of people based on their choices,
Yes,
right? We
and
can't.
she chooses to have that many rows.
I think you're right, and she's okay. Well, she's asking now. The question itself, I get why she laughs. It's a stupid
It's
question.
a stupid question.
What exact? That's mean as fuck. That is mean as fuck, but hilarious and very true.
I don't feel good about it, but it's still funny.
Bro, splitting image, bro.
But
Damn.
yeah, she laughs because it's a ridiculous question, first of all. But let's hear her answer.
They just keep talking, mostly about their pets.
White people love their dogs. Like, that's all you see.
Cats, letting them get on your countertops while you're cooking. Yes.
I get that you love your pet, but like you need to take it everywhere, like everywhere. I guess, you know, hey, emotional support animals, I guess.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Fuck, man, like making cereal.
Casseroles.
What kind of casserole?
I like that guy.
Tuna. It's always tuna. What do you mean? It's always tuna.
Fucking green bean.
mayonnaise in a lot
Stop.
of their.
I
she not
thought
white?
we had black people. We had 100 black people.
She's white, right?
Yeah, she's hella white. She's Rachel Dolezal white.
Yeah, she looks like she's white.
So let's see how much hate she has for white people.
Their recipes.
Making bland food.
Unseasoned chicken.
How you gonna start whole spice wars and don't even use seasoning on your food? I mean, come on.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Stop real quick.
Smelling funky.
Look at her
Santa
shirt.
Claus.
Extreme
Can you go back?
sports. Corn mazes.
White people.
Mayonnaise.
Oh, too far back. Way too far back.
Mayonnaise in a lot of their
Let's not let you pause. Press space bar.
Unseasoned chicken.
How you gonna start whole
Get ready to
spice
pause.
wars and don't even use seasoning on your food? I mean, come on.
What exactly are white
Look at her shirt. A cop wearing
Oh,
a
wow.
Klan hood.
Wow.
Okay, look at this one. She looks like she's been, she had a couple blunts before recording this. And I know how this goes. I'm sure it's like, you know, you gave everybody $100 saying,
Yeah.
let me ask you a couple questions
Yeah.
in front of camera. We should do this.
Yeah.
Except we don't have $100.
We don't have the
okay?
budget for this.
Let's go ahead.
We can give you a beer.
We'll give you a beer.
We'll give you a beer.
In this case, she'd probably take a fucking couple rips out
she,
of
bro,
the
she
fucking
probably
vape
just
pen.
take a couple hits and be like, I'm fucking good.
Go ahead. Let's
Not
see.
because she's black. Okay, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
It's frozen.
She just don't want to talk now. She's shy.
What exactly are white people superior? I don't know what's going
But
on.
dude, that's crazy.
It's
how,
because we
like,
started criticizing this
well, it's
fucking
crazy
thing,
how-
and they're
how-
like, "No way, you're
how she's
not."
wearing that shirt for this interview. Like that could only be taken one way.
Well, look at that shirt that you're wearing. You know, you're literally wearing somebody wearing a Klan hood on your fucking shirt. Like, I don't even think white supremacists wear shirts that
Yeah.
have Klan hoods on.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like there are certain people who believe that white people are superior, and it's not the people who they think they are.
Yeah.
It's the people saying that white people are superior.
Yeah.
Because they answer questions like this. What makes people so superior? You're like, white people, oh yeah, they think they do this and that. Like, nope, I don't think, you're literally saying white people.
Yeah.
Could you just imagine if this was fucking white people being asked?
Yeah. What do you think black people are superior at?
Yeah, they'd be like, oh yeah, having big dicks.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they fucking run fast.
Eating chicken.
Fucking eating chicken and watermelon.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're always talking about their fucking their chains and their trap music.
And I'll say this much, man. And I'll say this much. It's hard for it's hard for me to even answer that question because, and I'll say this because my wife says this. My wife is a full blood white person. She says, I don't have a culture. At least like, me, she's like, you have a culture, black people have a culture. She feels like she doesn't have a culture. So for them, for someone to ask black people or Mexicans, hey, what are white people superior at? Even white people don't know because they don't feel like they have a culture in America. They look at people who are Mexican, Asian, black, whatever ethnicity, and white people envy us because we have a culture and they don't.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, and that's why they're known for
We
taking the reggae or the blues.
or
from
eating
the black man.
everybody else's food.
And it's not that they're stealing it, it's that they admire it because that's what Americans do. They
Exactly.
borrow from other cultures, and that's just how it is, man.
And it's funny that people...
They say that white people stole the blues or something from the black men. It's like, who invented the guitar? Like, who invented air conditioning? Like, white people have you guys use this. You guys use what white people have invented. White people also take what black people have invented.
Well, and even that,
it's a melting pot.
And it shows us that, yeah, maybe white people have been more intelligent than the black and brown community, But the black and brown community have shown themselves to be hard workers, and now we're gaining in intelligence. So now we're going to match the intelligence with the hard work. Okay, it doesn't mean that they're superior or we're worse. It just means that they've had more time to figure shit out than we have. Yeah. Cool, that's it. It doesn't mean anyone is better than the other person.
Let's go back to God. Look at that face.
I know that's
Santa Claus.
what's up with their
Extreme
teeth.
water sports.
Corn mazes.
White people are great at having fun. That's a function of white supremacy because they just don't have as many stresses.
Stop. So they're white people are superior at having fun because it stems in white supremacy.
Wow.
Says the guy talking to a camera by himself with a fucking bandana over his nose. Not under his mouth, his nose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead there.
As we do.
White people are very superior at their privilege and utilizing it. We do not have the
Shut up, man. Yeah.
privilege to do whatever and however we want to.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Not getting arrested.
I was driving down the street down the highway with a friend of mine who was white, when he's like, I'm just want to pull over and pee. And I'm in the passenger seat. And I was like, please don't. Because a black man thinks differently. If I pull over to the side of the road and pee, a cop is going to be right behind me to punish me.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Insecurity. Pretending.
Fear. Being fearful of nothing. Being
Okay, stop.
ignorant.
Being fearful of nothing. Now, there's two different people.
Yeah.
Now. Who just fucking said, I can't stop at in the middle of the road, not the middle, but stop on the freeway and take a piss without a cop coming? Who's fucking fearful here? Go ahead.
Blame.
Letting their egos control their every move.
Privilege.
Privilege. Feeling victimized.
Playing the
Stop
victim.
again. Privilege.
Privilege.
Let me tell you about privilege. If this was white people saying the same thing you guys said about black people, this would be taken off the internet and shunned from society.
Yep.
What are we talking about privilege?
Who has
here?
privilege now?
Who the fuck has got privilege in this situation? Fuck off.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Congratulating themselves over shit that they're incompetent at or that should have already been done.
They're superior at being dicks.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Oppression.
Gaslighting.
Lack of empathy. Intellectualizing.
How many white people are in here?
They're just creatively thinking of new ways of always staying one step ahead of other people. We get rid of slave catchers, then let's just expand the police force.
Stop. Yeah.
I feel like they ran out of black people that they just started filling in with white people. That they couldn't even get 100 black people.
Well,
in
I
here.
want to talk about what she just said. She talked about how cops here in America were started by slave catchers. That's the tradition of cops. Why does Sweden have cops? They have slaves?
Huh.
Jeez, it's this kind of talk.
Africa has cops.
Yeah. Everybody's got cops.
Asia.
Does that stem from catching slaves? Is that their rich tradition of catching slaves? Go ahead.
Those damn, because
That stuff to me is wild.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Making us believe that we don't matter.
Believing that they're superior.
Feeling superior.
Thinking they're superior.
Thinking that they're superior.
Thinking that they are superior.
Self-delusion.
Controlling
press
the
pause
narrative.
real quick. So they are saying white people think so. They're attacking the thoughts of a person, not even an action. Not even they're attacking their thoughts. I think that they think this, therefore because I think they think it, therefore it's true.
Well, yes, but not only that, they're saying white people in general.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, white people. What makes white people superior? Now, I'm sure they're talking about the three fucking white supremacists in America.
Or the ones they've interacted with.
Yeah, I'm sure they met a lot of them. I feel like they externalize it a lot. Now, listen, I'm not a black person in America, but I guarantee you there are black people in America that go, stop with this thing. Like, there's nothing more dangerous than telling your kids, like, hey, just because of the color of your skin, cops are going to kill you. Or you need to act a certain way around cops. Like, no, that's all races. First of all, the cop thing, that's all races. Whenever I get pulled over, and it's been a while since I got pulled over because I drive like a fucking
saint.
I drive well,
Yeah.
right? I don't get pulled over. I have my tags all done and everything. I don't worry about the cops.
Yep.
But if I get pulled over, it's like both hands. I don't want to give these motherfuckers a reason for anything, right? I don't want to give them a reason to search me because the second that they're done with whatever, they can go, hey, you're done here, but do you mind if we just you got nothing to hide? Do you mind if we just search your car? Most people will say yes because they don't know
the law.
The law.
Yeah.
They'll say, "Oh yeah, sure, I got nothing to hide," knowing that they've got something to hide.
Mm-hmm.
And they get busted for it because the cops smell a little bit of weed. And anytime, hey, listen, I'll tell you folks out there, you're out there on a highway and you get pulled over and the cop says, hey, I smell some weed in your car. Goes, yeah, man. Dude, I think a skunk got ran over here, dude. It smells skunky. I totally believe you. Because at that point, there's no more probable cause for them because you smell a skunk and that's skunky.
Yeah.
Weed is skunky.
And who
It was like dog shit sometimes.
and be like, oh, would you say that's weed? I smell skunk. Huh? I don't know what that. I don't know what that smells like, officer.
Keep a frozen dry freeze dried bee in your car. Just keep it in your car, ready to go at any given notice. This is what you have it for. You speed. You need to speed somewhere. You need to drive irrationally.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what happens. You're driving down the street and all of a sudden you're like fucking, you're scooting around cars, you're going quick, right? And then the cop pulls you over and then you're still sort of like jiggling a little bit. You stop, you pull over, and then you fucking get out of the car and stomp on your freeze-dried bee. And then the cop goes, get in your car, and you go, holy shit, you get in your car, you put your hands up, you're like, oh, thank fucking God. That bee was in my car, buzzing around, freaking me the shit out.
Very Tommy boy.
It's
very Tommy boy.
Here's another one.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Get your ID. Get yourself a little
cocaine.
Foam.
Do a line.
No.
Wake up before they pull you over.
That's what you need to do. Get yourself a one of those foam clown noses.
Everything you're doing right now is cocaine.
Yeah, no.
You're touching your nose.
Get yourself a clown nose, okay? I'm giving you guys life advice here. Get yourself a clown nose that's made of foam.
Mm-hmm.
Take a little bit of that foam and break it off and then glue it to your ID. All right? Keep the nose and put it away to the side. You get pulled over, right? You give the cop, here you go, here's my license registration. The license has got a little red ball on its nose, and you give it to him. You don't have it on yet, right? And then you give it to him, and then as he's looking, you put it on your nose, and he sees your ID and sees there's this fucking red ball on your ID, and he looks over at you, and you're wearing it too. I guarantee you're getting out of that fucking ticket, dude. And he's like, get the fuck. That's the funniest thing I ever saw. Because one thing I learned about cops, get on their good side, right?
Yeah,
like joke, like don't be like obvious and you're trying to get on their good side.
Yeah.
Like just be genuine, be funny, and they're gonna be like, I'm not gonna bust you.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. Have a good fucking day, man. And that's how it goes.
Yeah, I agree. I have yet to have a problem with cops here in Austin. I've had more problem with the tow companies here in Austin than I have with the fucking cops.
Dude, the tow trucks are fucking
They're
ridiculous.
Horrible, dude. They're fucking horrible.
Like we had the problem
Defund
with
the tow
over
companies.
at my old apartment.
Defund the tow companies. Can we start that shit? Can we defund them?
Well, here's the thing: the apartment complexes lately,
those sons of bitches,
they are like paying, or they're getting a cut of what the tow truck companies are doing. Like for instance, we used to record at my old apartment, and we did our Sunday show. And we get out there, and his car is up on a fucking tow truck, dude, ready to get pulled away. And we're like, what the fuck? We caught him pulling his car away because he parked in an area that he's parked in for fucking 3 years doing our show and never gotten fucking pulled. And the guy's like, yeah, if you give me like $60 or whatever, I'll take it down, which I guess is the law. Like he can take it down, take it off his car for, $60. So. We gave him
better than the $250 to get it out of
real,
impound.
dude,
So I was like,
so he sticks around, and they go to the ATM, and then,
well, let me get my car so I can drive to the ATM.
And that's money under the table, by the way.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he pocketed all that.
So what you do is you get yourself a tow truck, you get yourself a company, and you just go, you get yourself a fucking contract with, and I guarantee you, these apartment complexes got contracts with these guys saying they get like $50 for every tow that they get out of your. Because, by the way, these fucking apartment complexes, like there's like this huge problem with people parking and not having people that actually live there don't have fucking parking.
Yep.
Is that a fucking thing?
At ours, every now and then, yeah.
Like you can't find a parking spot.
Yeah.
Which I get.
Well, I think at your old place it was because they'd have 7, 8, 9 people in a unit.
Yeah.
And probably 5 of those people have a car.
Yep.
And when they make they make maybe 2 spots per unit.
Yeah.
But if every unit has 5+ cars.
Well, not even that. What we noticed during COVID was there is way more cars in there, and not just because they were staying there. What we were thinking was that people were having other people live with them because of COVID.
No fucking doubt. Like my apartment complex was pretty affordable and easily paid for by 4 or 5 people all living together and getting, sitting at the Home Depot waiting for work or whatever. There were tons of fucking. I'm not gonna say they're illegals. I have no idea if they are or not. Yeah. But I guarantee that what they do, they're outside on their phone a lot during the summer, which is weird. They're on the phone a lot. They also drink a lot of Modelo and Corona outside their car and just leave the whole 6 or 12 or right out there with all the bottles, all the empty bottles. They do that a lot, at least in my apartment complex. And the worst part is that they only had like 4 visitor spots. Maybe it was like 6 visitor spots.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that apartment complex.
And that's it. And if those were taken up because there's people that are living... Dude, those cars were there all day and night. It's like they're not visitors. They were people that were living or staying with somebody and having to park there themselves, taking space from people that are here for just a couple hours. And so they're forced to park somewhere else. And they go, hey, oh, no, they can park outside the fucking gates.
Yep.
Like, oh, yeah, they want to walk. I lived in the back of the complex. Yeah, I want people, and it's up the hill. Like, come the fuck on, dude. This place was empty. They could have parked anywhere else. I think if a tow truck comes in and there's empty spots everywhere and somebody that's parked in a fucking spot that doesn't have a reserve or a fucking sticker on their car, like, fuck the fuck off. Like, what's the point of you doing that?
Yep.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I hate tow trucks, dude.
President-elect Biden, will you stop these predatory fucking tow truckers?
President-elect Kamala Harris, we need you to send tow truckers to jail, just like you did to people who smoke pot.
They literally steal your property.
Yeah. Yeah.
They literally steal it. They break the law because you broke the law.
Yep.
I don't know. We're trying to make that. Let's keep watching this. Oh, we're still
Believe in their own press.
Marketing of white superiority.
Whether you are Republican, whether you're Democrat,
Whoa,
whether
what the
conservative, like white people are really good at upholding white supremacy.
How about claiming that, they are actually a whole separate race, when actually white DNA comes from the black female?
So what exactly are white people superior at?
Honey, lying, stealing, and cheating.
Manipulation.
Withholding information.
Lying?
Telling lies.
What kind of lies?
The lies of history.
They say that history is written by the victor, but the victor could be replaced by the colonizer.
All right, stop. What the fuck did you just say?
Oh, that is theorizing.
People that write the history literally wrote the history because they lived it. They were the victor. Victors do write the history. Yeah. Is it wrong history? What has the victor put out saying?
Is it skewed history?
Yes, they won and they became the fucking this. Anyways, keep going.
I just want to add it's everything they're saying is unprovable things. What are white people superior at? Lying. How do you prove that? Like if people are bitching to us saying you guys don't believe in science and you're the party that doesn't, how do you scientifically say white people are superior at lying?
Imagine if this was white people saying
people
that.
would lose their shit.
How is it? Talk about fucking white privilege.
We need to make a video like this of white people saying the same shit about black people.
How is this not racist hate speech?
It is.
Go ahead.
White people superior at?
Conquering.
Imperialism.
Colonizing.
Colonialism.
Colonization.
Says the motherfuckers that are living in the colonized America that we have
They
today.
ballsy. They rose up all over the world, and they walk into everybody's house and says, "Oh, this is nice. I'm gonna take your shit," and they have no qualms about it. They can take anything, baby.
What exactly are white people superior at?
They're real good at violence.
Genocide.
It's like stealing people's lives just because they feel like it.
If you are white and you know this is happening and you say nothing, then you're a killer.
Pause real quick. Look at this guy's glasses.
Foggy
Bro,
as shit.
how long have you had those glasses for one? I can't stand glasses that are dirty. I cannot stand them.
I just want to say they're saying white people are good at colonizing and overtaking and killing. how many of these black people say the same shit about the shit that's going on in Africa, Uganda, and all these other places where it's being slavery, murder, and all that? They will not talk shit about black people murdering black people and enslaving black people, but you're damn right they're going to talk shit about white people doing it or any other race because it makes them feel superior because they feed off the pity and fucking tears of people feeling sorry for them.
You're, dude, 100% right. What exactly are black people superior at?
Dunking.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm short. Okay, I can say that. I can say that.
That was quick because I was watching these what are exactly white people at, and they were like quick with their answers, right?
Yeah.
You had that answer ready to go,
bro.
Dunking.
Because what do I know black people for? The NBA.
Which, by the way,
It's like
disproportionately black.
If I
right?
asked you, what are Mexicans good for? What are they superior at?
Trimming lawns.
I was gonna say building something in less than a week.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like just
goddamn right.
they're quick.
Yeah, dude. Making burritos.
Making babies.
Yeah, they think you think it's 9 months for humans, but no, they're down to 2 months.
Yeah, fucking
the
you got to
Mexicans.
get them out quick, bro.
All right, go ahead.
You are adopting a whole philosophy that says it's okay to do this, and part of that philosophy allows you to be ignorant, right? And they're like, oh, I didn't know.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Taking what's not theirs.
Taking shit.
Taking our ideas.
Copycatting.
Gentrification.
Appropriating things that do not belong to them.
Taking over other people's cultures and making you believe
stop.
that
This is bitch have blonde hair.
Yeah.
Taking other people's cultures.
Bitch, what you talking about? First of all, that fucking outfit you probably took from a white magazine.
First of all, could you pull up a picture of Beetlejuice
For real.
and put it side by side? And this bitch is wearing chic Beetlejuice.
This bitch-
Beetlejuice chic.
This bitch is like Beetlejuice and Cisco mixed into one person. She's like that thong song, but in Beetlejuice fashion. You know? Come on, girl. Like, come on. You're Beetlejuicing it. So we had what was the first one? The Jabba the Hutt?
Jabba the Hutt.
We had Jabba the Hutt show up the first time, then we got Beetlejuice showing up the second time. Like, come on,
Let's
girl.
get like a more of a full body picture.
Look at that. Look at that.
I think we got the idea. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Just a couple of seconds left in this.
they invented it.
Maybe they're thinking of it as repurposing. It's like recycle and repurpose.
As my grandma was saying, them white folk, they'll take it if you don't copyright it.
They are very good at destruction of land, destruction of people, destruction of humanness.
What exactly are white people superior at?
White people
First
are
of all,
not
stop real quick.
The bitch
Can
had a
you-
mask on.
Can you hear that bitch with a mask
That bitch
on?
had a.
It sounds like fucking Kenny from South Park.
Yeah. I'm like, this bitch, behind the scenes, there's fucking ISIS with a fucking machete at her throat. Like, you better read the line.
Go ahead.
With anything.
Nothing.
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 There's nothing. Nothing.
There we
I don't believe
go.
that they're superior in any way, shape, or form.
Just because our skin color is different,
Boom.
you're no better than me, you're no
Boom.
smarter than me.
Great answer.
No superiority there.
Great answer.
Thank you.
That's
For
a
the
great.
five fucking people at the end. They save it.
I know you could have cut that down to 5 seconds.
See, it's so crazy that they use 5 minutes of racism just to get to this final little cut that had 5 people at the very end saying nothing.
Nothing.
Because that's exactly right.
Yep.
White people aren't superior at anything.
Mm-hmm.
Black people aren't superior at anything.
No. A race.
People are just people.
Exactly.
Some are better at other things than others. That's why it's a meritocracy. Why do you think that the NBA is predominantly black?
Because
Do we say that? Oh, because it's whites are disproportionately not or disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking joking me? Like, goddamn. Enough with this bullshit. We got to get out of here. It's midnight.
It's midnight.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of Emergency Exit Podcast. If you guys like our content, please like, share, subscribe. Fill out your goddamn brackets. I think you guys can still vote for the winners of the Brewer Order Tournament of Beers. I dare you, motherfuckers. Come on.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Check out the Rewatch Party podcast on our network and also From the Left Hash podcast, sports and movies. We got sports, movies, politics. We're taking over the podcast world. Let's go. 4.
Yeah.
Brendan the Hardhead Mitchell. 4. David the Holy Hispanic Aguilar, I'm Lo saying